have asthma.
Fired.
Oh boy.
Oh, why would you do that to me? I got started in film working on John Mortsugu's Numbskull Revolution. I had been doing audio and kind of volunteering, trying to get into the film union before, but this is where I'd really say I got into film. Like, yeah, I had thought about making money in the film industry. Like, it's an industry, there's a lot of money in there. You can work a lot of different jobs and make a very good rate. So I was volunteering with the local 480, which is the film union here in New Mexico. And essentially what I ended up doing is meeting a few great people through it, kind of like what we do with Film Club Meetup. So I met my friend Mike Burrell, and he doesn't come to Film Club anymore. He's constantly working on set. But we met up and we had similar interests, and we started working, and then he got me on John Mortsugu's film, Numbskull Revolution, which is one of the best crews I've ever worked with. It's the first time I worked on a real set. And I was boom op, which is a very like kind of prestigious position in film if you're working on a set for the first time. Like, you know what I mean? I've been in audio, all the other stuff, engineer, everything else, but like to work boom on somebody's film that has had $250,000 from Panavision, that's had feature films that are fairly well done, like, and for having to trust me to do it, and then having to tell me that I did a good job. And that, I just felt so kind of empowered in this way that I was able to, after that, take his class. And after I took his class, I was 100% in on film. Like, just, let's do it. Since then, I've been doing different audio gigs on film and making my own stuff.
I guess I got into film. I was acting in the theater first. So I always wanted to be an actor. I never thought about directing. That sounded boring to me. I didn't care about it. So I was doing lots of theater, and me and my friends were going to auditions and stuff. So they weren't. But I understand that there's lots of competition.
It's hard to be an actor.
But we decided that, why don't we just buy a camera and do our little. Instead of auditioning, we could just make our own. So I bought a camera, and the whole purpose was just for me and my friends to pass the camera around. But I kind of started liking directing more. I don't know why. I didn't want it, but just because of that, I started enjoying it a lot. So now that's what I want to do, direct. And that's how I got into. Well, that's a little part of how I got into film. So.
I remember just going to the gym and talking to my personal trainer, and he's the one that told me that I should look for casts and all that. And I did. I started searching, and I found Mark.
How'd you find Mark?
I found him in Craigslist.
Oh,
yeah.
For what type of work?
For his movie.
La Sombra?
Yeah.
Wow.
I called him and we did an appointment, and he called me a week later and he said he had chose me.
Did you audition?
Yeah.
How? Like just by recording?
we just went like for coffee.
Oh, he didn't have you read lines or anything?
No, we actually talked about the script, and I really got excited about it. So like I gave my life to that film.
How about when you got on set? The first couple of days, I thought it was pretty fun, but how did you feel when you first got on set and you first started acting?
Like it was like a dream come true to me, because I had nothing, and then I go film something like a week later. It was awesome, I felt like a star.
Like, I am the Superman of sound. I don't know if you know that a movie doesn't work without sound, and I try to tell, and people just say, oh, it's not sound. But like, you want to do something without sound, you're gonna have some problems, right? Like, you can watch the best movie of all time, but if it sounds like dude's in a box, or he's just not part of the actual scene that you're in, nobody cares. They're just like, all you hear is the terrible sound.
And my superpower is probably, I don't know, just being excited to tell stories, I guess. I don't know if that's a power. So it's just to be around other creative people.
Check out Mondo Films on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
You can see
Mondo Studios.
Bronson's behind the camera, our behind the scenes director, doc director. He's designated film, so check out both right now.
Well, my superpower is being here.
Yeah?
The power of availability.
I do think
it's the best availability.
No, I think you just saying yes made the project, so I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I think you're super filmable in the making of, in any still photos for the gram. Yeah, and I think your award-winning performance in La Sombra, your eagerness to tell stories through your performances, I think it's just all going to work. So thank you for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
Let's go inside. It's cold. Bronson, do you want to turn it around outside or open up? It can be the cut to the inside.
I first got into film. Well, I've been kind of messing around with film ever since I was a little kid, but it was nothing serious. I thought I wanted to be an artist for a really long time, and then in 2018 fall, I took a class with John Moritzagu. That was when I met Jeff Gonzales. But the first day of class is when I knew that I wanted to be a filmmaker. It was that first day. I was like, I'm making film. And so ever since then, I've been taking classes at the Santa Fe Community College. And yeah, I've been going ever since. I joined Film Club with Jeff, and we started that back in the end of 2019 and early spring of 2020, just before the pandemic. And so yeah, we didn't do anything until July of this year, 2021, and we shot the very film that got canceled because of the pandemic. We shot that, that was a good thing to finally get that done. Make sure you check it out. Joni by Emmett McKinley it's a good film. And yeah, I think my superpower that I bring is a general knowledge and training. Because I think out of everyone here, I might have the most classical film training and just overall knowledge about gear and procedures and stuff.
I wrote my first script the summer after my freshman year at USC while I was lifeguarding at home in Northern Virginia, but I had major Act 2 problems. I didn't even outline. I don't know how I started it, so I wrote about 65 pages to the middle of nowhere. That's what got me into film. You know,
when you say 65 to the middle of nowhere, you were just like unable to kind of like get to the finish of the
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I didn't even know what Act 2, Act 3 were.
Gotcha.
I was shooting from the seat of my pants.
You had this.
I think I had taken one screenwriting course, but we mostly wrote 10-page scripts. Yeah.
It's hard, right? It's difficult.
Super hard. It scared me off. I didn't come back to it for like almost 10 years.
And how did it go after that?
I completed a script in like 4.5 months in a cabin. 2015, winter of 2015, 2016, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you think your superpower is coming to this in film?
Well, I want to say in part getting things done. Like I really believe in the role of the producer as getting it made at all costs, and especially if you can minimize your role or the attention you get, and magnify and showcase the other participants, but getting it done at all costs. If that means raising more money,
But then also, yeah, getting the best out of each person. I think I've put together like an all-star team. I wanted to have the least number of people possible, so I was looking for people that had overlapping skills and talents and abilities. It'll mostly be you and Bronson explaining to me whose gear's better, what Mondo probably has, and me making some calls. Let's just do it for 5 minutes. Sounds exhausting.